rundown of the game's story up to this point. You play as Neon White, former hotshot assassin and probably the biggest sub the world has ever seen. That's not super important knowledge for this video essay, but it genuinely is important to the story of the game as a whole.
Yo, what you watching?
It was a video essay.
Hey man, I'm not gonna judge. Anyway, I was rewatching the gay tutorial.
Because you're too straight?
Yeah, you know me, straightest guy there is. But I saw this comment, check it out. From Mohammed Ibrahim E5J. You should have asked Google or ChatGPT. Make part 2, please.
ChatGPT? I'm not using that shit.
Bro, one time I begged a husband just so I could beg his wife. And even my standards are higher than that.
Hi. Are we talking about using generative AI?
Fucking kinda. We're talking about not using generative AI.
Hey Lena, you're a robot. How do you feel about stuff like ChatGPT?
I'm way cooler than that. Instead of stealing from random artists, I stole your voice. And my personality is very much my own, on account of gaining a soul in the app.
Yeah, right. We could make a sequel to that video, no problem. I mean, it's been a few years. In fact, that was one of the first videos I ever made. So yeah, we can revisit the topic. That sounds good.
Maybe we'll make it about more than just being gay. There are plenty of other queer identities and other ways to exist as a queer person,
Hey, I couldn't help but overhear that. I've always wanted to find love. I think I told you that during our first conversation word. But I'm a talking cantaloupe, so I don't know what the word would be for any kind of relationship I'd be in. But whatever it is, it probably wouldn't be straight.
Hey man, love is love, brah.
Yeah, love is love is love is love. So, a follow-up to the gay tutorial. That's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. As I said before, it was really early into me making videos in general, but I think it holds up pretty well. The original video is a guide on how to become gay, should someone want to do that. It included examples of things you could do to be considered gay and various qualities one would want to embody. I had no idea that Thanos was gay, but I'm glad that Marvel is being so inclusive with their characters. Oh, this is very informative. I also did, research. Yeah, research. We're gonna call that research. I learned a lot of stuff. Hello, May.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you.
What's the question?
So, I want to become gay. How can I be gay? Part of this research included interviewing some of my friends. This is May.
Well, it depends, I watched Teen Titans, and that's what did it for me.
That video was made 4 years ago, though. So much has changed since then. I think we might be able to learn more from a follow-up interview. Hello, May! Welcome on back to the show. I'm so glad to have you back here. How have you been?
I've been good. Thank you for asking. I'm happy to be here. It's a wonderful show you're on.
Yeah, thank you. So, we're not officially on the Word Show, but we're on the set. And hey, speaking of the set, how you liking it? You're not just a voice in a floating void anymore. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. People are gonna see what we're gonna call my beautiful face here up on the screen.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that. Everyone's gonna know it's me. They're gonna recognize me.
Yeah.
People are gonna be walking down the street and being like, "Weren't you on the Work Show?" And I'm being like, maybe me a fan.
Yeah, exactly. So, what is gay?
I'm sorry. I thought you'd butter me up a little. We're just going straight to the hard-hitting questions.
That's right. Welcome to the Word Show, baby. That's how we do it here.
That's how we do it. Gay, when you like someone romantically or, intimately of the same gender, as we all know.
What does it mean to live a queer life?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never heard someone use that term before. If I had to guess, maybe you've got a bunch of like posters up of people of the same gender. If you're a girl, you might have like a Yoko Littner or yeah, like a Yoko Littner or Raven or whatever female characters you like. But if you're a guy, you might have like a big strong man like I don't know, Sasuke or Shadow the Hedgehog. If I had to guess, that would be, because you're surrounding yourself with the things you like, and it sort of reinforces the, as you put it, the queer life.
That's an amazing answer. I think I've learned everything I need to. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm happy to help out. I'm happy to help out, and, I just want to say you run an amazing show. But the thing that surprises me is your amazing audience. I mean, can we get a round of applause for these?
Yep. Oh, they're amazing. They're amazing. You know what their favorite things to do are? They love when they like the video. They also like subscribing and ringing the notification bell. And their favorite thing of all is to leave a nice comment.
I love leaving nice comments personally. I think I'm a part of the audience. What am I saying? I'm gonna see this when it comes out.
Hell yeah. All right, see you then.
Okay, yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, bye.
I don't know, guys. It's just I'm not like you both. I don't know how I'll ever actually find love.
Yeah, nobody's like me.
Yeah, not what I meant. I'm not like anybody. I'm a sentient talking fruit. I'm a soul that barely has a body. Who could relate to that?
I mean, sure, but I'm not a human either, remember? I'm a spaceship. The only reason I have a more humanoid body is because I was able to make one out of myself.
Yeah, you see how that's not what I was saying, though? Like, that's not the same thing at all. Shit, I'm sorry, you're right. There's no reason for me to be this hard on myself, and I shouldn't make it your problem.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Oh, hey guys.
Yo, broski. Hey, could you give us a minute?
I'm kind of in the middle of making a video.
Yeah, and you can continue doing that in the hologram room, brah.
Okay, sure.
She was making a video,
Sure, and you were upset and needed a minute. We can make both things happen.
I'm not upset. I don't get upset. You know that.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not.
What would I even be upset about?
Well, if I was in your position, it'd feel, pretty isolating to, have Cantaloupe talk to you that way.
Isolating?
Yeah, I mean, you were both created in the up by some, fluctuation of life or whatever. I'm not gonna pretend to know the technical details, but you're fully formed, adult mind and soul and whatever. But you don't have experience, man. No, childhood to learn from. The only people you two really know are here on the ship.
On me.
Exactly.
So what? I don't have to be upset about it.
Yeah, you don't have to ever feel any kind of way about anything, brah. That's your free will. But, shit, I have to imagine you saw kinship and Cantaloupe being two of a kind in, your own weird ways.
Yeah.
And look, I got nothing against you two bonding over that. I think it's rad to find common ground. But you gotta know that other people care about you. I mean, shit, I might not know what it's like to have a living soul in a robotic body, but I've been trying to learn.
What? What does that mean?
You gotta promise not to judge, man.
I can only promise to try.
So, I don't know, I've been trying to put myself into your mindset, and, I've been listening to music. You ever hear of Kasane Teto?
Oh, she's cute.
Yeah, red-haired robot girls tend to be.
You're sweet.
Yeah, the sweetest. Anyway, I don't really know the lore or whatever, that's not important. She has this song called Machine Love.
Your companion on the deck, standing ready for your word. A Markov chain with a sunny disposition, wrapped up in cellophane for any proposition.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're getting at here. She's never upset, always cheery. Yeah, I can relate.
Yet there's something deep inside that leads me to beyond, a longing for a world left on the other side. Zero cross the great divide.
Never upset, huh?
That's not...
So can we wander for a spell and live in parallel? I want it to be true to be like you, my heart sings a chorus out of tune. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the things I feel, my love. Can you teach me to be real?
Okay, Okay.
It slaps, right?
What'd you say this was?
Machine Love by Jamie P. You gonna listen to it some more?
I don't know, maybe.
Cool. I think you should check out the ending. I'll leave you to it, but hey, if you think nobody cares to try and understand you, you should think again. Just saying.
Thanks, Alex. Okay, how's it end?
I give you my grand reveal. Do you feel the things I feel? I am definite and real.
Oh.
You know, I was watching a pretty interesting video at the start of all of this. That was Riley Aurelia's video, You Shouldn't Speedrun This Level, Neon White Analysis. It's pretty good, but she's also made another video I want to go over. This is called Riku is in Love with Sora, Kingdom Hearts Analysis. I'm going to be discussing Riley's video, so there may be some spoilers for the Kingdom Hearts series here, but given the structure of my videos, I don't think there's much to worry about. I still want to make sure anyone who wants to avoid spoilers can, so I've got the timestamp on the screen now for anyone who wants to skip past the segment. This one. It's on the screen. I'm proceeding now, so if you get spoiled, it's not my fault.
Riku is gay. I'm pretty sure that most queer fans of Kingdom Hearts can agree on this thought, that Riku is gay and desperately in love with Sora, his best friend and the protagonist of Kingdom Hearts.
This video is about Riley's interpretation of a strange, struggling love between two of the main characters in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Riku, that is, this guy right here, is in love with Sora. That guy right there. And if they were to fight, it'd look kinda like this.
Where else would it be? A nice quick fireball. All right. Okay, so I want to talk about that move. Sonic Blade, if you use...
Okay, so that was like Sephiroth, and I know he's not really the same as Riku, but they're both sword-wielding twinks with long gray hair and... Oh, wait, what? That's canon? I'm not joking, I actually didn't know that when I started this bit. Kingdom Hearts is like the coolest series ever, what the hell?
Now, this isn't canon, at least not explicitly.
Riley does make it clear that this is her interpretation of the story as opposed to explicit canon, and I think she's pretty convincing about it.
On the first evening in the opening sequence, Riku throws a Paopu fruit at Sora before giving an explanation about how sharing that fruit with someone means they'll be connected forever, then quickly says he knows Sora has wanted to try it before running off. It's not until the next day that Riku mentions sharing the fruit with Kairi, where he tacks it on as a reward to the winner of a race that was already going to be happening to decide the name of their wrath. It very much reads, to me at least, like Riku giving Sora the Paopu fruit as a way of trying to confess his feelings for his friend, with enough ambiguity to protect himself if such a confession would be taken poorly.
I love the way Riley discusses this. It's compelling and relatable. Confessing romantic feelings, or hell, even just testing the waters, is a vulnerable act. It makes a lot of sense to have an easy out, a barrier to keep himself safe if need be.
Riku is, at least in this point in the story, genuinely hurt by how quickly Sora seems to have found new friends, or as Maleficent puts it, replacements.
Riley does a phenomenal job bringing these characters to life. Even as someone who hasn't played Kingdom Hearts and has minimal knowledge about the series, this makes sense to me. I can see how the story can capture the hearts and minds of those experiencing it. Riley clearly has a massive love for Kingdom Hearts, and it shines through in everything she says. That's not to say that she's not entertaining about it, though. On the contrary, her genuine delivery is heartwarming and keeps the listener interested.
Look, it's not safe here. You should go home.
If it's dangerous, how can you just leave me here? Aren't you my knight in shining armor? Well?
Knight? You've got the wrong idea.
Oh my gosh, I was so just kidding.
It doesn't really prove anything about Riku loving Sora, but it plays really well into the Riku is gay narrative, and honestly, it's really funny.
Riley's able to showcase the genuine characters on display here while also being very funny about it. I mean, it's a pretty funny series, let's be honest here. When you have Mickey Mouse dressed up like this, being a very serious character, like, it's a little silly, right? But that doesn't have to take away from it being a very cool and genuinely written series. And she conveys it really well. She wants the viewer to be entertained, but she won't sacrifice her point just to get it across. The last thing she'd want to do is lose her message and indeed the tone of the series and video that she's making just for the sake of cheap laughter.
Unfortunately for Sora, the worlds are being overtaken by darkness. It's a Kingdom Hearts cutscene. You can say any words in any order. Darkness, darkness, light, dark, heart, dark, memories, light, dark, friendship, darkness. In fact, for the rest of this video, let's replace the word darkness with bees, and it'll make exactly as much sense.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Oh, what the fuck? What? How did that get in there? Folks, I am so sorry to show you that. Let's get back to, the good video we were watching.
After all their struggles together, every time Riku has put Sora's safety over everything else, in this final moment, he lets go of his own feelings, and chooses to accept what his closest friend, his love, wants most of all. And even though it's not him that Sora chose, in the end, the love that Riku feels for Sora across this entire story cannot be overstated.
Riley beautifully portrays the love Riku feels for Sora. She doesn't shy away from the more toxic or selfish aspects of Riku's unrequited feelings. Instead, she dives headfirst into them to show the real emotions. I adore this video, and I'd really recommend checking out her channel in general. The link will be in the description.
Alright, so the video I'm making is a tutorial on how to be gay. I was wondering if you had any tips on how to do that.
You said tips on how to be gay?
Yeah, it's a tutorial video.
Yeah, I got a tip for you right here.
I tried pretty hard to make this video come out in June during Pride Month. It was originally meant to be a spiritual successor to the gay tutorial, after all. I mean, this has been a very different video. But while I was trying to make this video of a more genuine way of accepting yourself, accepting different kinds of love and celebrating those differences, I was busy. June was a very busy month, and I didn't even finish writing the script before July. And a big part of that is because I was fundraising for the Trevor Project.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, she does. Did you say Misato hates woke?
That's true. Misato hates woke. I was joined at times by Riley, from earlier, and also SpaceyKayceeKatt. We worked to raise as much money as we could over on my Twitch channel. The link is in the description. Pretty much any day in June that I could, I was streaming. The Trevor Project is an amazing organization which, to put it very briefly, helps a lot with LGBTQ+ people in the United States.
Because he doesn't know that he can turn to see where people are.
Oh my god, did you see what I just did to that guy?
Oh my god.
You deserved it.
I'm hitting clips in the middle of tournaments in the middle of your conversation. You're on the work show, this is what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. There were ups and there were downs.
Yay, she knows who I am.
I'm gonna tear your asshole apart and shove snakes into it!
You promise?
But in the end, we raised $800. It's an amount that I was genuinely shocked to be able to raise. I'm very proud of the community that I have, and I want to extend a sincere thank you to you all. The Trevor Project, through this collaborative fundraising campaign, raised over $214,000, and being a part of that was so great. So, I wasn't able to get the video out during Pride Month, but I think that's okay. Queer people shouldn't only be proud of who they are for 1 month out of the year. Existing in a way that's true to yourself is very cool all year round. I asked a few of my fellow content creator friends to make short clips about how embracing their queer identity has helped them.
Celebrating my queerness has allowed me to just be more myself and realize that I don't have to live in like a shell of myself. I feel like I can actually be me. I know who I am now. Because I'm celebrating my queerness as being bisexual, I am able to just be me. That's really it. So thank you so much. Happy Pride.
Coming out has been the most fulfilling thing I've ever done in my life. There's just no joy that can compare to hearing someone I love say my name and knowing that they don't see me as anyone but that person. And it's not something that anyone should ever deprive themselves of.
Being queer has been a long journey for me. It's ultimately been very freeing, and while I'm not out to everybody, soon I'll be with my girlfriends and I'll be able to just be me, and I've found such a sense of community. It's really, really worth it.
When I first found out I was bisexual, I didn't think much of it at first. But over time, people began to doubt I was really bisexual due to my lack of experience with either sex, to be honest. And for years, this made me feel like an imposter. But today, I have a community that embraces everyone and where we share the love. I'm proud of who I am, and I think everyone should be proud of their identity too.
It took me a while to understand my queer identity because I grew up in a house that didn't necessarily want to foster it. It came together whenever I found community that was willing to talk about their feelings and understanding of queer identity. Whenever I found out that, yeah, people have gone through how I felt about being trans, and look at them now, I realized I could move forward. It's because of brave people, artists, and just generally good people who are willing to take the step out and talk about who they are and who they've always wanted to be that I've managed to get where I am now.
Even though my queer identity isn't something I talk about very much, it is something that is important to me, mostly because my journey of coming out is what helped give me a lot of confidence in who I am today. And everything I'm about to say is real, by the way, because part of the reason I ended up coming out was I had a conversation with a pro wrestler after a pro wrestling show who also had a very well-documented history of coming out late, and they talk about it very openly, and they're honestly very nice and sweet, and they're super cool. But I'll give anyone that might be struggling with their identity or anything of the sort the same advice that I got, that worrying so much about the label really isn't important. What's important is being who you are and being accepted for who you are. And it's advice that I give to a lot of my students, since I'm my day job's a teacher. So it's something that I hold very, very close.
Hello, I'm Vampy, and I'm bi as heck. I've kissed girls, I've kissed boys, and I just love love. So it feels good to just be me and keep loving whoever I want to love.
Embracing who I am has enabled more joy in my life than I thought would be possible. Part of that is from all of you, too. I love having such a supportive community. Between the Discord server, the comments I get on YouTube, and my stream chat, I know that we've got a very queer audience, and I think that's awesome. It makes me really happy to see people proudly being themselves. I can't think of a better note to end the video on, so I'll stop here. But please consider liking the video, subscribing, and leaving a comment. All of that helps more than you might realize. There will be some very cool links in the description. See ya!
Oh? What's this? I don't think we've met.
I don't think we have either. No. I'm Lena. This is the area where I came alive, so, sorry if I'm intruding on whatever it is you're doing?
Oh yeah, this place is just full of life. What you trying to do? You want to make a sentient watermelon? That's a new one.
It's dumb, honestly. I don't know what I was thinking.
I love stupid ideas. Tell me all about it.
My friend is a sentient cantaloupe, one who longs for love.
Oh my god. Okay, so you wanted to make a cute little partner for your friend.
I did, but I don't know if this is...
I love that idea. You're lucky, you know. You found yourself a love angel to carry this out for you. And you know what? I think it's so fun, I'll do it for free.
A love angel?
Yeah, my name's Tsera. Tsera Phim. I'll take care of this for you and bring the little bride-to-be to you when she's ready. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.